Right now on KGW, the FBI searches the Northwest Washington home of a man accused of shooting 2 National Guard members in Washington, D.C. The latest we're learning about the suspect as President Trump announces the death of one of those Guard members. Plus.
And the people have just had it. They don't want to pay any more taxes. They don't feel like they're getting the money's worth.
Yeah, that's opponents of Oregon's new transportation taxes who are meeting a major goal to take the issue to voters. But first, we're following breaking news of a stabbing in southeast Portland. We'll bring you the latest coming up in a live report. KGW News at Sunrise starts right now. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Thomas Schultz. We begin with breaking news this morning. A pedestrian was hit and killed along I-405 in southwest Portland. It happened around 1:40 this morning. Police say a man was hit by a vehicle on I-405 near southwest Corbett Avenue. The driver did remain on the scene and is cooperating with investigators. Chris McGinnis joins us now. And Chris, I know that's something you've been watching closely.
Yeah, so here are the ODOT incident responders out there with the big trucks out there basically letting you know the ramp to I-405 North is still closed and has been all this time as that investigation continues. So I-5 traffic coming in from the south. If you're trying to get into downtown or southwest Portland, you could exit at Twilliger, maybe take 99W. Otherwise, you got to take the long way around, which means you go up and over the Markham Bridge, up and over the Fremont Bridge to get back over to the west side. We don't have an update yet as to when that ramp should reopen, but investigations like this typically take several hours to conclude. We're still a little misty and drizzly out there. There's a live look at the Sylvan Hill. Obviously, traffic very, very light on the freeway system on this day after Thanksgiving, so I don't have any other major issues to report at this time. We do have, as we mentioned, some light rain falling. There's a live look at radar, and it's been raining, lightly for the last couple of hours here. The steadier rain that we saw last night and the gusty wind as well, that has all tapered down a bit, but we still have some residual showers early this morning. The big perspective showing some steadier, heavier rain out across eastern Oregon and Washington this morning, out along the I-84 corridor from about Arlington out towards Pendleton and Baker City. That will be wrapping up for you folks as well. Live from downtown Portland, our Wells Fargo sky camera showing we're kind of in the cloud deck with some light rain being reported again at PDX. It's 52 degrees. That rain will be wrapping up probably in the 9 or 10 o'clock hour, and then we'll go dry and maybe even see some sun breaks late this afternoon. Not only that, Thomas, I do expect the east breeze to pick up later today as well. We'll have more on that, your tree lighting ceremony forecast, and a look ahead into December. That's on Monday, of course, coming up in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Chris. We're also following breaking news this morning of a stabbing in southeast Portland at Candelaria Plaza Apartments. That's near southeast 162nd and Taylor Street. Let's get out live to Jake Holter, who has been on scene since about 4:45 this morning. Jake, what's the latest?
Yeah, Thomas, new this half hour, the medical examiner is now on scene. Police have also expanded beyond just the scene, walking up and down 162nd Avenue with flashlights, and then behind me, as has been on scene for the last couple of hours, Portland Police Bureau's Mobile Command Unit. Detectives here as well. This is all typically an indication of a very serious situation. So we are still working to confirm whether or not someone has died as a result of the stabbing from police. But again, yeah, the medical examiner being here, not a great sign. In this video captured earlier, you can see a fire truck and ambulance on scene as well. Those have since left. There's about 6 cars now here on scene, this apartment complex, in addition to that mobile command unit. And again, this is at the Candelaria Plaza Apartments. The stabbing is believed to have happened shortly before 4 this morning. Again, we're on southeast 162nd Avenue. That's about 2 blocks south of Stark Street. The scene, again, still very active, and we are still waiting for confirmation. We'll bring you the updates as we know them. Thomas?
Thank you, Jake. We have a heartbreaking update in the shooting of 2 National Guard members in Washington, D.C. One of them has died. President Donald Trump gave the update during a Thanksgiving address to service members last night. National Guard Specialist Sarah Beckstrom from West Virginia was just 20 years old.
Highly respected, young, magnificent person. Started service in June of 2023. Outstanding in every way.
The second guardsman who was shot, 24-year-old Andrew Wolf, is still in the hospital. The president said he is, quote, fighting for his life. During his address, the president also called the shooting a terrorist attack. Top officials have yet to give a motive for Wednesday's shooting, which happened just blocks away from the White House. We're also learning more about the shooting suspect and his ties to the Pacific Northwest. Bridget Chavez with our sister station in Seattle spoke to some of his neighbors in Bellingham, Washington.
Overnight, FBI agents searched the complex and Lochinwall's home.
I'm going, oh, geez, what is going on?
Officials say he drove from his home in Bellingham to Washington, D.C. and shot 2 West Virginia National Guard members.
Like, I was just scrolling on TikTok and I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, like the connection is so local. Like, that's insane.
Officials say before coming to the U.S., the 29-year-old worked with the U.S. government, including the CIA. He entered the United States in 2021 through Operation Allies Welcome, a Biden administration program that evacuated and settled tens of thousands of Afghans after the U.S. withdrawal. His asylum was granted this year under the Trump administration. Warren Reese lives in the building and says Lochinwall and his family kept to themselves.
Coming and going. They didn't talk to anybody, just private. Don't say anything. Each to his own.
He says he didn't interact with them much.
They just come and go, kept it quiet to themselves.
Others who live in Bellingham say they're stunned.
Trying to make a political statement, I feel. Like, I don't know, from what I've heard. It's giving those vibes.
Lochinwall remains in custody. He's facing multiple charges. Officials say it's too soon to say what his motives were.
A lot of us here at least are like kind of anti all the gun violence, so I think it's kind of interesting that he chose like that route with like shooting them. But
that's Bridget Chavez reporting. Meanwhile, late last night, the president posted on Truth Social that his administration will, quote, work to permanently pause migration from all third world countries. Earlier Thursday, U.S. immigration officials said they'd re-examine every green card given to immigrants from what they consider 19 high-risk countries. The list includes Afghanistan. The head of U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services also said all immigration requests relating to Afghan nationals would be stopped indefinitely. Well, today, of course, is Black Friday, which has long been seen as the ramp up to the holiday shopping season. This morning, we're already hearing about some long lines forming outside of Lowe's locations in Portland. But nationwide, the day just doesn't have the same energy that it used to. Gone are most of those doorbusters with people camping out all night. Many retailers are actually starting their Black Friday sales days, if not weeks, ahead of time.
Friday is no longer a 4-day event. Everyone started their consumer spending as early as October for holidays.
Consumer experts say you can still expect strong discounts this weekend and on Cyber Monday. And the National Retail Federation says Black Friday still remains the most popular day for shopping, with 130 million people expected to shop. However, much of that shopping is set to be done online now, with more than $11 billion in online sales expected this year. I got to be honest with you, Chris. I know it was kind of a crazy free-for-all during those days of Black Friday shopping, but I kind of
there were like fights.
Yeah, I don't miss
the door to get in and get that toy that you just had to have.
You know, there was something about it that it's like, I'm just going to go online now. You don't get that as much anymore.
That's much more my style.
To each their own.
There you go. All right, our style this morning is a little wet. Let me step out of the way real quick. Got to grab the weather clicker here. We still have some ongoing very light rain. Kind of a misty, drizzly, yeah, that's the kind of morning that we have out there for some of us. Not everybody getting wet, but some of us are. More significant, steadier, heavier rain and some higher elevation snow out across eastern Oregon and the Columbia Basin out towards Arlington, Pendleton, Baker City. You can see the trend here is to walk all of that off to the east, and the stuff here over the Willamette Valley, that will be fizzling as we go through the day. But for now, it's a little murky out there. It's drizzly. It's 52 last check at the airport, by the way. The plan for today, here's Futurecast. I'll let the clock roll on our computer model. The rain in eastern Oregon dissipates and moves on out. And even the rain here in the Willamette Valley, that too dissipates. Now, it's going to take a while, but we may eventually see some sun breaks too. You'll notice that there's some clearing that develops here across Washington and then northern, I want to say like right through the Columbia Basin. That's a shot of some cold, dry air that's coming in, and that will eventually actually invigorate the east wind here later this afternoon and this evening. So if you're out on the town tonight, maybe going to the tree lighting ceremony, it'll be dry, but it may wind up turning a little brisk and breezy. In fact, Futurecast does show those east winds later today and tonight gusting through the gorge 25 to 35 miles an hour, even stronger than that in some of those east wind favored locations like Corbett and Vista House, etc. So be prepared for that late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Our 7-day forecast, again, the showers wrapping up this morning, maybe a few sun breaks this afternoon. In and out of the cloud cover on Saturday. There is just the outside chance of a sprinkle overnight Saturday or Saturday evening. Otherwise, the forecast is mainly dry heading into the weekend. And we welcome December. Monday is December 1st, fairly uneventful. Partly sunny with highs in the upper 40s and lows in the mid-30s. All right, let's get you out the door with a look at the roads. And we start with that big overnight early morning traffic alert. I-5 south of town, Portland police still ongoing with a fatal crash investigation on the ramp to I-405 north. That crash happened in the 2 o'clock hour, or before, just before 2 o'clock, I should say. The ramp has been closed since. The traffic impact at this point is that I-5 northbound traffic, you can't get to I-405 north, so you have to take the long way around town over the Markham Bridge and up over the Fremont, or you could exit down around the Twilliger curves and take 99W. Elsewhere on the freeway system, really not a lot going on this morning. Still a little drippy there at the Sylvan Hill. I-84 at the lower left-hand part of your screen, that looks pretty good. I-5 through North Portland, that's in the lower right-hand part of your screen. That looks pretty good. For anyone heading to the airport, or if you have air travel tomorrow, Thomas, I'm going to give folks a heads up on this. Chicago expected to get hit with a snowstorm, so that could impact Saturday travel, air travel, that is. Back to you.
Chris, with all the weather, traffic, and air travel traffic you need to know. Thank you, Chris. Well, still ahead, police got a little bit rough with Rudolph. Why officers say that tackle was all in good fun, and later.
Our world just like fell apart. I was worried that we're gonna lose her.
A little girl makes a comeback with smiles and kindness after being hit with the hardest of diagnoses. Don't go away.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
Welcome back. New this morning, a girl treated for cancer is now giving back, and by doing so, making one of her biggest dreams come true. NBC's Joe Fryer has that story.
It didn't take magic to turn St. Jude Children's Research Hospital into a circus. Just a wish from a 13-year-old girl with a knack for twisting balloons into works of art. Someone who first visited this place under very different circumstances.
I was really scared. I thought I might die.
Michelle Gantushkur was just 11 when doctors made a discovery.
This is her tumor.
Something called a mixed germ cell tumor, deflating news for her family.
And when you found that out, that it was cancer, what did you think?
Our world just fell apart. I was worried that we're gonna lose her because they said it's really aggressive cancer.
That, you could say, is when the circus came to town.
But this is my heart right here.
Michelle's godfather, a clown named Onion Head, encouraged the family to get treatment at St. Jude.
Follow it with your eyes.
Dr. Donna Talais quickly learned just how fitting it is that Michelle's name in her native Mongolia means smile.
She would sit there and smile at me and have absolutely no complaints, and I would beg Michelle to please tell me how you're actually feeling. I want to make sure that I'm supporting you the way I should be.
As Michelle endured 6 rounds of chemotherapy plus proton radiation precisely targeting her tumor, Onion Head visited, teaching her a valuable skill.
The main thing was pinch and twist.
Your favorite part of making balloon animals is what part?
To giving it to the kids, and like they all have different smiles, so.
Michelle was like a zoo master sharing her menagerie of balloon animals.
I think that was one part of her healing.
Today, thanks to St. Jude, there is no evidence of her cancer.
She's my walking angel. She spread joy everywhere.
And it's clear Michelle's not done spreading that joy. She's back at St. Jude training to perform with the Universal Circus.
Are you excited for the circus?
Yeah! Kids currently here for treatment are invited to step inside this makeshift big top.
Give now.
As Michelle and Onion Head kick off the show. And performers of all kinds captivate the young patients and their families. A true gift. And it doesn't end there.
Do you have like a dream of what you want to do and what you want to be?
First is a doctor. If that doesn't work out, professor. And if that doesn't work out, a clown.
A clown.
Are you ready for the transformation?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
In a matter of minutes, that dream's coming true.
Look at you! Make some noise right now for Professor Fred!
After everything she has gone through, it's time for Michelle to clown around.
I just want whoever watching the circus to feel the happiness that we feel every day.
A feeling of thanks during this season of giving. For Today, Joe Fryer, NBC News, Memphis.
And speaking of giving, we are taking a live look from our toy box because the KGW Great Toy Drive is going on right now. It's in full swing and we need your help to fill up the toy box. One way you can donate is by doing it online, maybe the easiest way to do it. We'll shop for you. Just go to kgw.com/toy and click Donate Cash. And it's a really great week to give this week because all this week, local Toyota dealers will double your donations as well. It's really the best of both worlds there, Chris.
And we're giving you something to look forward to tonight, too.
Yeah.
Tree lighting ceremony.
Tree lighting, kicking off the Christmas spirit.
And there have been wet ones, there have been cold ones. This one will be neither.
Wow.
Dry, maybe a little breezy later tonight. And I'm happy to report that as we flip the switch on the lights at the tree at Pioneer Courthouse Square, it'll be a dry evening out there. So, yeah, we've got a little rain out there this morning, but that should be wrapping up here this morning. Certainly by 10, 11 o'clock, I think we're done. We may even manage a few sun breaks, by the way, as the east breeze begins to pick up, and I'll show you that with Futurecast in just a second. Limited sunshine tomorrow, a little breezy in the morning as well, and there is at least an outside chance of some light rain in the evening. We're talking between about 4 and maybe 10 o'clock. I'll show you that too with Futurecast. Sunday looks like a dry day, and again, we reinvigorate the east wind, especially near the gorge. Again, our modeling will back all of that up. As far as today is concerned, again, showers diminishing here mid to late morning. It'll take a while, but I think eventually we may see a few sun breaks, and I did mention the east wind starting to ratchet up a little bit later today, more like 5, 6 o'clock and beyond, with temperatures for that aforementioned tree lighting ceremony in downtown Portland, generally in the upper 40s. I think they flipped the switch right around 6:30. The party starts at 5:30. Okay, wet weather moving out. We get a break in the action for tonight and tomorrow, and then our next weather system is right here. It's separating into two different pieces, but some of that energy is going to slide through the Pacific Northwest tomorrow and maybe kick up that chance of a sprinkle tomorrow evening, and it will also reinvigorate the east breeze. You can kind of see some clearing developing here on our modeling. This is Futurecast today at noon. Most of the precipitation ending. That shot of colder, drier air that's coming in is what will eventually drive the east wind through the gorge later today. So I do think it turns a little breezy later today, but other than that, a fairly quiet forecast for today and into tomorrow as well. Here's a look at Futurecast early tomorrow morning. Again, maybe some, we'll say in and out of the clouds, I think, for Saturday. We're back to reporting some light rain at PDX. It's currently 52 degrees, and the temperatures, as you see here on our modeling, not going very far, generally in the low 50s up and down the I-5 corridor, about 50 or so out towards the Dalles, Pendleton in the 40s. There's some snow in the higher terrain this morning out in the blues and the blaues. All right, here's Futurecast tonight. I mentioned the east wind starting to ratchet up a little bit. Our modeling showing 8, 9, 10 o'clock. The east wind prone locations will start to feel that later today. Maybe 20, 25 miles an hour, gustier than that, of course, in the gorge and out near Corbett and Troutdale. Our weekend forecast then, limited sun, chance of some evening light rain tomorrow, otherwise highs near 50, mostly cloudy with a few sun breaks on Sunday. Once again, highs near 50. All right, the extended forecast going into Sunday and beyond, there's not a lot of weather to talk about. We have one little weather system that clips through here on Tuesday with a chance of rain, but otherwise, as we turn the page into December, the first week of December actually looks pretty quiet. So there's your 7-day forecast. Again, showers diminishing this morning, a few sun breaks this afternoon, mostly pretty quiet for this weekend. Our next chance of measurable rain looks like it's Tuesday. All right, let's get back to the roads. And again, we have this ongoing traffic alert south of town. The ramp from I-5 North to I-405 North is still closed for that ongoing fatal crash investigation. The traffic solution around that, of course, is the Markham Bridge. It does appear we have another crash now. This is on the southbound Markham Bridge. This car is spun out facing the wrong direction here on I-5 South, right near the 405 split. So be on the lookout for that. The drive is still a little drippy here and there, but generally I don't have any other major traffic alerts at this point. Thomas, as you can mention, early Friday morning traffic after Thanksgiving, still pretty light out there.
Yeah, nice and quiet. Thanks, Chris. Well, take a look at this. An officer chased down Rudolph in an inflatable costume. Turns out, though, the red-nosed reindeer wasn't actually on the lamb. The details coming up in your national headlines.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news, live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news, live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Let's get to your morning rush now. The death toll in the Hong Kong apartment fire has risen to 128 people, though authorities say dozens are still missing. The Hong Kong Fire Services Department says 76 others had been injured, including 11 firefighters. Firefighters say the blaze was largely under control, and search and rescue teams continue to look for people trapped inside of the complex. We're learning more about an American Airlines flight that had to be evacuated moments before liftoff. It happened at the Philadelphia airport Wednesday night on the tarmac. Passengers on board say they heard a noise and then began to smell something burning as smoke entered the cabin. The plane's crew ordered everyone to evacuate, even using the emergency exit door. As the U.S. celebrated Thanksgiving, Pope Leo, the first American pontiff, spent the holiday abroad on his first overseas trip. He gave a Thanksgiving greeting and had a slice of pie even with reporters on his flight. He's now in Turkey, fittingly, where he was greeted with full military pageantry. Pope Leo then went on to call out the economic and military forces driving violence across the globe. And take a look at this dash camera video released by a police department in Apex, North Carolina. It shows officers chasing and then tackling someone dressed in an inflatable Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer costume. Turns out the person wasn't actually wanted by police. In reality, the department released the video as a fun joke, wishing residents a happy Thanksgiving. And that's your Morning Rush. Well, coming up, hear from the Oregon Republicans fighting recent tax hikes on all things transportation, why they say they're ready to get the issue on the ballot. Plus, move over turkey trot, Tofurkey is the star of this 5K at Oaks Park, the good cause people laced up their shoes for, and the record turnout organizers saw this year.
KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yes.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW Plus.
We are coming up on 7:29 on your Black Friday morning. We start with a traffic alert on the south side of town. The ramp from I-5 North to I-405 North remains closed for an ongoing fatal crash investigation. To get around this, I-5 traffic remains on I-5 North up and over the Markham Bridge. We also have some other trouble on the southbound side of the freeway. Looks like there's a car that's spun out facing the wrong direction there on I-5 South. Otherwise, we've got obviously light volume on the freeway system, but it is a little wet out there, as you can see on some of our traffic cameras. And live over downtown Portland, our Wells Fargo sky camera shows that low cloud deck hanging over town right now with a light breeze. It's 52 with some light rain being reported last check at PDX. The plan for today is for the rain to wrap up before noon. I do think we see a few sunbreaks later this afternoon, and it may turn a little breezy later today as well, with the east wind maybe clearing the sky a bit for later this evening. Our weekend forecast: Saturday and Sunday, the final days of November. Generally dry and cool with highs in the 50s and lows near 40.
We start the 7:30 half hour of Sunrise with this. A Belgian sheepdog named Soleil was awarded Best in Show at the 2025 National Dog Show. She defeated a historic collection of former dog show winners. Every pup who advanced to the final round was actually ranked #1 in their breed nationally. Soleil, though, delivered a near flawless performance, and her handler said her attitude and movement made the difference to secure the top spot. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. Now, Chris, I don't know about you. I've never been very good in training my dog, though.
We're still working on it.
Because
don't eat the food.
You're in for you, right?
A year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Our dog Lane is not as regal as the winner of Best in Show there either, but we love him nonetheless. He's great. All right, let's get you out the door. This is a live look from our Wells Fargo sky camera. Still kind of a slate gray sky over downtown. Pretty breezy last night, rainy as well. The rain is subsiding, the wind is subsiding, but there still is a bit of a south breeze showing up there. That flag is on the top of the Umpqua Bank building in downtown Portland. I expect that breeze to switch to the east later today, and with that, I think we'll see a bit of a clearing sky. But for now, it's still kind of drizzly. It's 52 last check at the airport. Light rain or on and off light rain continuing through the mid-morning hours, but eventually that shuts off. We turn mostly cloudy to maybe partly sunny if we're lucky. And that east breeze will return later this afternoon as temperatures, again, don't stray very far from the lower 50s. Your weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Let's get you out the door. We start with a traffic alert on the south side of town. You can see that the ramp from I-5 North to I-405 North remains closed for an ongoing fatal crash investigation. The detour around this right now is, of course, to continue on up over the Markham Bridge, or you can exit at Terwilliger and take 99W into southwest Portland. Meanwhile, speaking of the Markham Bridge, it looks like we've got another issue on southbound I-5. That's a real tough spot to be spun out facing the wrong direction, but that's what we're looking at right now. The roads, as you can see, are still a little wet, so just watch your speed out there this morning. Otherwise, Thomas, generally light volume and traffic is getting around okay.
Thank you, Chris. We're following breaking news this morning of a stabbing in southeast Portland at Candelaria Plaza Apartments. That's near southeast 162nd and Taylor Street. Let's get out there to Jake Holder live at the scene. He's been there since 4:45. Jake, what's the latest?
Yeah, Thomas, just seconds ago, Portland police have confirmed that this was a homicide. They said officers arrived to find somebody dead on the scene. And just moments ago, we saw a gurney be wheeled out of this white van here, presumably to pick that body up. The medical examiner also on scene right now. We also saw a handful of police officers going up and down 162nd with flashlights just a bit ago. Portland Police Bureau's mobile command unit has been on scene since about 5 along with detectives. In this video we captured earlier, you can see a fire truck and ambulance on scene as well. That was in the early hours, around like in the 4 o'clock hour. Again, those have since left. We are at the Candelaria Plaza Apartments. This stabbing is believed to have happened around 3:45 this morning. Again, this is southeast 162nd Avenue. This location is about 2 blocks south of Stark Street. So all police have let us know right now is that they are investigating a homicide here at this location, but that is all the details we have so far as they continue to work on this active investigation. Thomas?
All right, thank you, Jake. A group challenging Oregon's new transportation bill says it has more than enough signatures to send it out to voters. The bill includes gas tax increases along with vehicle title and registration fees that supporters say are all intended to pay for Oregon's aging roads and maintenance problems. Though, as Evan Watson explains, those increases are now likely to be on the ballot next November.
Cannot pay any additional tax burden and still be able to grow my business and support my family.
Oregonians are pushing back on a recently passed transportation package that includes tax increases.
I don't think there's been a volunteer drive in the history of Oregon that has gathered this many signatures this quickly.
Representative Ed Deal, a Republican leading the No Tax Oregon campaign, says more than 160,000 people have signed his petition. That's roughly twice as many people as he needs to send the tax increases to a statewide vote next November.
This is just being tone deaf, I believe. And the people have just had it. They don't want to pay any more taxes. They don't feel like they're getting the money's worth for the taxes that they already pay.
The transportation bill, passed by Democrats in a special session, is designed to pay for Oregon's road and maintenance problems, and it helps hundreds of state workers avoid layoffs.
And be able to just do what we need to do and keep people safe and keep the roads open. And I'm just so looking forward to being able to do my job.
On the day the bill passed, Governor Kotek criticized the referral effort, saying it would cause problems.
Frankly, I would urge Oregonians to think about signing on to a referral that will take away our basic ability as Oregonians to keep our roads operating.
The signatures still need to be submitted and verified by the Secretary of State's office. Republicans say they can't support tax increases without reforms and more accountability for ODOT. They pitched an alternative plan which would pull funding from public transportation, clean energy projects, and other sources. Deal says the faster than expected referral effort shows momentum.
We wanted the volunteers and the voters to know that this is successful, that they are part of something big, and they have something to be thankful for when they head into the Thanksgiving weekend.
Evan Watson, KGW News.
Let's get you caught up on some other headlines this morning. Crews in Multnomah County have rescued a hiker in the gorge after he fell down an embankment. It happened near Ainsworth State Park. The 32-year-old was able to call for help. Several teams were a part of the rescue, first carrying the man back to a trail, then wheeling him out to an ambulance. The man is now in the hospital with traumatic injuries, but he is expected to survive. Vancouver police have arrested the driver they say hit a pedestrian, then fled the scene Wednesday night. The crash happened on East 18th Street. Officers say they found the driver at a nearby apartment complex. The 43-year-old was arrested for felony hit and run, vehicular assault, and DUI. The victim suffered serious injuries and is still in the hospital. Some trees fell onto power lines in Estacada Thursday afternoon, shutting down a highway and knocking out power for some customers. The trees blocked Highway 211 right at 224. That's on the south end of town. The closure lasted about 5 hours, but the road has since reopened. We all know Thanksgiving and the holiday season can be a tough time for a lot of people. So one local nonprofit is trying to bring a little extra cheer to the folks they help. The Multnomah County Behavioral Health Resource Center provides showers, clothing, snacks, and other services, but they usually don't provide meals. Though yesterday, they did.
A lot of the people that we serve are, not able to be with their families, and so, they have built these connections with our peer staff. And so being able to invite them in and really be their family for a day.
The Day Center also operates a clothing closet. They're asking for donations of winter clothes, especially coats right now, which they say they're running low on. Downtown Portland's tree is also almost ready to shine bright for the holidays. Here's a live look at it right now from Pioneer Courthouse Square. KGW is going to be there to help flip on the lights this evening. Our own Christine Pitawanich will be there at 5:30 on the bricks for a celebration that includes Portland's own Thomas Lauderdale of Pink Martini. And if you're not able to make it in person, don't worry about that. KGW Plus will also be streaming the event live. And Chris, I know it seems like it's going to be a little bit good weather for people out there.
Yeah, I mean, there have been years where it's been pouring rain, and there's been years that it's been really cold, and this year will be neither, right? So that's good news. As we kick off the holiday season in downtown Portland, I am expecting dry weather, maybe a little bit of an east breeze as well. But outside of that, a pretty nice evening, I think, to be out and about on the town. For now, it's still a little drippy and drizzly out there. We've had some light rain ongoing here for the first couple of hours this morning. We still have some steadier rain across portions of eastern Oregon as well. So out in the Columbia Basin towards Pendleton and Baker City, as you can see on radar over the last 3 hours, that is also driving on off to the east. So that should be wrapping up for you guys before lunchtime. In fact, Futurecast bears that out, taking most of that moisture east of the state by early afternoon. Futurecast also lingers the clouds here in the Willamette Valley. So I don't know, it's going to take a while for the rain to shut off and the clouds to clear out. In fact, the clouds may not really clear very much today, but eventually, as the east breeze picks up, we should dry things out, and we may see a few sun breaks later on this afternoon and certainly some breaks in the clouds overnight tonight. All right, how about the breeze? The breeze, which was very strong, by the way, out of the south last evening, that shut off. But later today, I expect the east breeze to get cranking. So you can see Troutdale in Portland. That's out near the airport. East wind gusts on the order of 25 to 30 even gustier than that, of course, in the Columbia River Gorge. So that'll be noticeable, I think, this evening, and also a sign that things are drying out and clearing out a little bit. For now, though, it's still kind of drizzly and drippy. Our Wells Fargo sky camera's kind of up in the low cloud deck there. 52 with some light rain. Let's try that again. Light rain still being reported at PDX. Temperature-wise today, we do not go very far at all. Generally in the low 50s up and down the I-5 corridor, and that is my plan for today with a few late-day sun breaks. And again, the wind eventually swinging around to the east, picking up 5 to 15. 7-day forecast shows a generally dry weekend. There is the outside chance that we get a sprinkle overnight Saturday, early Sunday, but the last couple of days in November are pretty uneventful. Our next chance of significant rain, and it doesn't look like that much at this point, is on Tuesday. All right, let's get you out the door with a look at the roads, and we start with that big traffic alert south of town. The ramp to I-405 north from I-5 north remains closed for an ongoing crash investigation. So all of that traffic being funneled onto the Markham Bridge. If you're coming up from the south and you want to get into downtown, you might want to exit at Twilliger and take 99W. That'll get you into Southwest Portland. Also, on the Markham Bridge, that's a tough way to start the morning. That car is spun out and facing the wrong direction. That's I-5 southbound on the Markham Bridge there, the lower deck. So that's a tough spot. Obviously, the roads are still a little drippy out there this morning, but they are also fairly wide open. Thomas, as we look at all those ODOT cameras, still a pretty quiet morning on the freeways.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. Well, still ahead on Sunrise, the Portland pizza truck is getting on the streets, bringing Thanksgiving to the people. They hit the roads yesterday. We'll show you how they did it.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news, live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yes.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW Plus.
Well, for most of us, Thanksgiving is a day for family. Though in Southeast Portland, our own John Goodwin found 3 friends who focused on others, delivering warm meals in a unique way.
Let me just go run and grab that real quick.
On Thanksgiving Day, it's hard to find a busier place.
We've got the potatoes going right now.
Than the kitchen.
If you don't thrive in chaos, you'll never survive in a kitchen, you know?
Desmond Kavanaugh, along with friends Scott Phillips and Bill Robertson, are triple teaming the prep.
It's great because we get to hang out together, and so that gives us our group camaraderie that a lot of people don't necessarily have.
Desmond operates That Pizza Truck PDX. On a normal business day, he donates 1 pizza for each one he sells.
It is an absolutely fantastic thing to get to do pizza like we do, but getting to cook something different is, you know, open up the prowess a little bit more and have some fun with it.
Well, the ham came pre-cooked. The chicken, it's all us.
The food might be a little different, but he's accustomed to the amount. 80 pounds of chicken, 50 pounds of potatoes, ham, stuffing, collard greens, and more.
The accoutrement.
While many of us spend the day with family, these guys are thinking of others.
Well, we're cooking about 200-ish meals for folks who are experiencing homelessness.
Not everybody has a family or a place they can go to feel welcomed, to feel at home. If I can just in some small way provide for those who don't have it, I'm glad to do that.
This is our community where we're able to operate. And so giving back to the community, it's just showing our thanks to the community. So Thanksgiving, perfect time to do that.
All the food was paid for by a GoFundMe campaign.
Yep, they're all good.
Pizza or not, they have the perfect vehicle for delivery.
Oh, that'll be the pizza truck. Nothing else can haul this much food. We're gonna hit a shelter first. I think we've got about 60 people there. And then from there, we're going to just drive through the community. And when we see people, ask them if they'd like a nice warm meal.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got a bottle of water for you.
Hey, my guy, would you like dinner?
Oh man, the heavens above. Heavens above the clouds.
We met Blue off Southeast Stark. While he was talking to us, a friend pulled up with another meal.
Sundays. Yeah.
Buddy.
Oh, thank you.
He got you double feast. There you go.
Yeah.
That's for me and Debbie, man.
Okay, thank you. I need to put on some weight. Woo! Oh man, I better close that. I'm gonna start crying.
Some people lack housing, lack access to food, basic services, and I'm here to help out with that in any way I can.
Happy Thanksgiving to you all, and may the Lord bless us all.
It's amazing how such a small gesture makes a really big impact for a lot of people, too.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, sir, and to everyone out there. And to you as well.
And to you, too, Chris.
Thanks for getting up and being here.
Thank you for being
here. It's a little lonely in here this morning.
I know, it's just you and me.
You and a couple of producers and directors holding down the fort.
Yeah, and sounds like, hey, if you're getting out there a little bit later today, though, weather gonna be a little better?
Yeah, it's a little misty, a little drizzly out there right now, but I do have a drying forecast. It may also turn a little breezy later today. I've got that here, a breezy PM east wind, especially near the gorge and the east side of Portland. The rain, though, will be drying up, and I think we may even see a few sun breaks later today. All right, tomorrow, Saturday, limited sun. There is at least the chance of some evening light rain, like sometime between about 4 and about 10 o'clock or so. That system passes without much fanfare. The east breeze will reinvigorate on Sunday, but all in all, it's a pretty quiet forecast as we say, oh my goodness, goodbye November, right? This is the final weekend in November. What happened? All right, we've got some sprinkles out there this morning. Here's radar over the last 3 hours, and you can see a more consolidated area of steadier precipitation out across the Columbia Basin, Arlington, Pendleton, over towards Baker City in Ontario. That's working its way on off to the east as well. So precipitation for you folks should be shutting off within the next 4 to 6 hours at a maximum. And even here in the Willamette Valley, the coverage of the rain continues shrinking, and futurecasts will bear that out as well. So a few sun breaks possible later today. The east wind will return later today as well. I've got temperatures not going very far from where we are right now as we say goodbye to that system. There's our next weather maker. That will arrive during the day tomorrow with increasing clouds and the outside chance of some rain tomorrow evening. All right, today we start clearing things out, or at least the rain shuts off. Clearing is somewhat predicated on the east wind picking up before sunset, which of course, I mean, start your stopwatch now because that sunset's coming earlier and earlier. It's 4:40 today as we get to the end of November. But in any event, I do think we break up the cloud coverage just a bit. Heading into tomorrow, here comes that next weather system eclipse by here with maybe 1 or 2 drops of rain and possibly some snow showers for the east side of the state as well. And it looks like we cleared out a little bit on Sunday. All right, here comes the east breeze later tonight, 25 to 30 miles an hour east side of town and gustier than that in the gorge. So east wind prone locations. You'll notice that overnight tonight. The wind subsides tomorrow and then it's back in the forecast early on Sunday. 51 with a few light raindrops still being reported at PDX. It's 50 in Beaverton, Sherwood waking up to 51 and hopping across the state out into eastern Oregon. Burns right now one of the cooler spots on this map at 31 degrees. 7-day forecast shows the showers or the light rain wrapping up this morning. A few sun breaks this afternoon, also a little breezy. Let's call it, I'm gonna undersell it. We'll go mostly cloudy. If it winds up being partly cloudy tomorrow, I think no one will mind that error. So we'll err on the side of under-promising and over-delivering with the weather the next couple of days, but it's generally dry with the next chance of measurable rain arriving on Tuesday. All right, let's get you out the door. We have a TriMet alert, actually max blue, red, and orange lines, all running with delays up to 15 minutes we're hearing, partially due to a mechanical issue. That's what TriMet's reporting on their website right now, so just plan a few extra minutes there. Another traffic alert on the south side of town. This is the ramp from I-5 North to I-405 North. That is still closed for an ongoing crash investigation, so all traffic having to go up and over the Markham Bridge. Speaking of the Markham Bridge, it looks like we've got a spin out here on southbound I-5. Car facing the wrong direction. It's still a little drippy on some of our ODOT cameras, but also as you look at the traffic, Thomas, really light volume out there as we would expect for this hour of a Friday after Thanksgiving morning commute. Back to you.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. It's also birthday time here on Sunrise. We want to start on the Oregon coast in Astoria. Lincoln, look at those peace signs there. He is 6 today. Happy birthday to him. Ray in Sherwood is also 6. Look at him with Mickey right there. That's pretty cool. Cal, he's 8 years old. Looks like he's biking somewhere. We also missed a couple people yesterday on Thanksgiving celebrating their birthdays. Here they are. Here's Jack, 9 years old. Looks like he's got a pup with him. And Cameron is 34 years young. Happy birthday to all of them. Hey, if you have a birthday shout out you want us to share on air, just send us an email, birthdays@kgw.com, and we'll make sure to include them. We'll be right back.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
It's certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yeah.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW Plus.
Well, on yesterday's Thanksgiving holiday, many made sure other people were taken care of by serving up hot meals. That includes some well-known Portland restaurants looking to give back. Alma McCarty has the story.
We can start you off with some turkey here.
Thanksgiving Day at Lardo in Southeast Portland.
They actually approached us looking for community, and we brought the community, and they brought the food.
Jacobson Valentine, founder and executive director of Feed the Mass, says taking care of community is always top of mind, but on this holiday, it's especially important.
And especially with how things are this year, emotions are extra high.
This spread prepared specifically for those experiencing food insecurity. That issue highlighted earlier this month when SNAP benefits were in limbo for many families.
It always is important to see little ones getting nourished, and it's also good to have an example for my kids to see how we do things.
Just a couple of miles up the road, Prost kicked off their annual Thanksgiving feast, now in its 17th year.
I love inviting the entire neighborhood and the community and all of our regulars and friends and family.
A tradition beginning the very first year Dan Hart opened the bar.
Got together at my house first thing in the morning, spent all day cooking, and came and opened up the pub, and we didn't know if anybody was going to show up because we were brand new, and it turns out next thing we know we were full.
30 pounds of turkey, now more than 250. A free Thanksgiving meal served up for a line of locals.
This is something that we kind of originally did just to see who walked in the door and who we could feed and have fun and just share an experience with.
Hart says this event has brought people together in a big way, with many attendees returning every year to celebrate.
The guests that come through here certainly don't forget about it, and they're like, Firstgiving has happened again this year, right? And I'm like, absolutely, 100%, we're going to keep on doing it, and we'll do it forever.
Alma McCarty, KGW News.
That's amazing. Portland's Union Gospel Mission was also busy yesterday. They served up 450 meals to those experiencing homelessness or anyone who needed a place to spend the holiday. Guests could take the meal to go or dine in and enjoy some conversation.
Sit down sometimes with someone and hear their story. Sometimes there's incredible gratitude that's sitting here, and other times too, you just watch people enjoy a robust meal, not just a general meal, but a really robust meal that they can tell we put some love into.
More than 40 people volunteered to help serve the dinners, which included 100 turkeys, 300 pounds of mashed potatoes, and 50 gallons of gravy. That's kind of a all hands on deck situation.
That is a lot of work.
There. Yeah.
There's a lot of volunteers that had to come together to help make that happen.
No wonder you need 40 people for that, right?
Good for them. All right. So the forecast today, a little drippy out there this morning, and then limited afternoon sun breaks. It will be dry for the tree lighting ceremony. Temperatures this afternoon in low 50s. Tree lighting ceremony temperatures will be in the upper 40s with a little bit of an east breeze popping out. Weekend forecast is dry. All right, a look at one significant traffic alert in the upper left-hand part of your screen. The ramp from I-5 North to I-405 North is still closed for an ongoing crash investigation. So all of that traffic continuing on then to the Markham Bridge. If you're trying to get into Southwest Portland, you either have to take the long way around town or you could exit at Twilliger and take Barber Boulevard.
All right. You've probably heard of a turkey trot, but what about a tofurkey trot? Well, it's Portland, so you probably maybe even been a part of it. This Thanksgiving marked the 14th annual tofurkey trot. The 5K event at Oaks Park included runners and walkers of all ages, and yeah, even some four-legged friends there as well. The founder of the trot says it raises money for local animal sanctuaries and promotes plant-based living.
It's a great time to get together with your veg community and start off doing a great run for a great cause.
This year, organizers tell us they saw record turnouts. And Chris, I mean, you're probably the biggest runner here at the station. You ever been a part of the tofurkey?
I have not done the tofurkey trot, but I can tell you that it's good to get out there and burn those calories so that you can justify the 7th serving of pumpkin pie and apple pie and all that stuff.
I think that's the way to do it. You say, look, I can have a full pie. I ran a 5K this morning or something like that.
By the way, that math doesn't work out.
You know,
you can have a slice.
Full pie, pie and a half, it kind of, once you let it work out.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Happy Black Friday. And of course, we've got the tree lighting ceremony this evening.
Tree lighting ceremony, so you want to stick tuned for that. We're going to stream that as well. A reminder, you can watch sunrise every day live here exclusively on KGW Plus at 7 o'clock. Have a great day.